Quick look at rank. We are still in Mythic. We're going to be drafting more Outlaws of Thunder Junction today. If I have the opportunity to draft aggro, I'm going to do it. A viewer of the channel expressed a desire to see an aggressive deck. And I think the aggro decks in this set are very different and not very intuitive if you are used to playing aggro in the last year. Let's see what we open here. Oh, it's a bad aggro pack. Okay, let's figure out our pick then. I think you do want to be base green for aggro. Possum's okay, but it's not the uncommon I'm looking for. Pitless Carnage is just not the rare I'm looking for any day of the week. Tether's good. Bandit's also good. I have not been playing white-black aggro at all. Every aggro deck I've seen has base green, so I'm leaning towards the Bandit over the Tether, but Tether's just really good removal too, so it's between the two. I think you could go either way. I think Bandit's just ever so slightly safer, so we're going to take it. Perfect. Void Slime's nice. But that's not an aggressive card. We have a Cactus Folk Sure Shot. Ramping into this for Bandit on turn 3 is absolutely disgusting, especially if you're on the play. Naturalist is also good. But it's got to be the Sure Shot. It's just a perfect aggressive card for this format. 4/4 is important. Haste is important. Trample is important. It's all really good. Okay. So I think Frontier Seeker is really, really good in the aggressive decks because sometimes you do end up in Naya. Apothecary is also very good. Like if you're playing a Jund or an Abzan aggressive deck and cutting the Cactus Folk Sure Shot, the Apothecary does push a lot of damage with the Menace and Lifelink. But I think it's just safest to take the Grizzly as it really does hit hard. And it's a 3-drop early play to get going and aggressive. Fun pick here. We could take the land. I have ended up splashing blue a lot in this set. I'm not joking. We could take the Grizzly or the Giant Beaver. I think because we already have a Grizzly, I'm going to take a Giant Beaver number 1 over Grizzly number 2. I think these cards are very similar, but because we have ramp with the Bandit, I'm leaning towards the Giant Beaver in the 4-drop instead, even though it's the more expensive spell. The Vigilance is very good for the aggressive decks because I do plan on tapping my creatures every turn to attack. So I just think the Vigilance is good to be able to play a little bit of defense later in the game. Another Sure Shot, yes. Passing Thunder Salvo. You want some removal in this deck, but you actually don't want as much as all the other decks in the format. You want your creatures to be big enough to trade off, and you plan on trading off your creatures every single turn. This is why Jund is a good home for it. Naya can be a good home with recursion. A lot of times you kind of want to be splashing for some white-green cards just for the mounts to get bigger. Take Up the Shield is one of the best tricks in the format, so sometimes you're going to be playing that. I like Tether or Sentry here. I think Sentry is the safer take since we haven't decided what our secondary color is, and it is looking like red at the moment, but I also just think Tether is such an important card for removal for one of these decks. It can just help you push that little bit of damage for lethal on the last turn. Sentry, we'll probably get another one later in the draft. But Tether is something you don't get later than pick 6, so I'm going to take it here. And this pack is kind of a miss. We could take the Fixing and the Scarecrow 2/2, but I think that's really bad. I prefer the Vigilante over it. In case we commit some crimes, it can get double strike. Dust Bowl is not for us, especially if we're going to be playing 3 colors. But yeah, Vigilante, it's not my favorite 2-drop for this deck, but I will play it if I don't have enough other plays. Or if we get enough crimes. I don't think we will get enough crimes, though. Like I said, this deck is not going to be removal heavy. Take Up the Shield or Paladin here. I'm leaning towards Paladin. I just want creatures with haste, trample, trade off. It's okay if I don't save them with Take Up the Shield. The plan is to play huge creatures, give them haste, swing in, trade off. If you're playing black, you bring them back from the grave. It's pretty straightforward. Nothing again. I could take just the land for fixing in case we get a blue bomb like Bonnie or Oko. Grizzly Wield. This is fantastic. The Void Slime is still here too. Not sure why that's still in the pack, but yes. Blue Dense Wheel. I'm going to take the Grizzly. We got Fixing in case we get like Oko. None of these cards fit the deck. I guess I'll just take the Raven as a flyer. Humiliate is a good card, but it's not an aggressive card. We're looking for an aggressive strategy. Same with Take the Fall. Like, it's fine, but it's not amazing in an aggressive deck. I think Bighorn's not great, even if you are playing white, so I'm going to take Fake Your Own Death as a good, combat trick since I want to be swinging in. Muscle's fine as a top end, 5/4. This open is bad. Okay. Legit, maybe the best card here is this land. But this whole top row is just not for us. Yeah, like legit, the land is best for our current build. But we do have quite a few good black cards, and black seem more open than red, so I might just take this Mourner Surprise because, like I said, aggro in this format is a little bit different. I plan on trading off my creatures. I don't plan on winning the combat necessarily. I just plan on trading. And so if I can have Graveyard Recursion for my trades, it's kind of like a combat trick in that I just buy my creature back, and you didn't. So I win eventually because I have more stuff swinging in. Fantastic cards here. Obviously, Miriam's Broken Good, and we already have 4 mounts? Yes, 4 mounts. I want to pick up some more mounts, but the Brute, if it wheeled, would be really nice with these sure shots. I definitely want to be cutting this Vigilante if I can. I just don't see us committing enough crimes for it to be worth it. But Miriam's too good in the aggressive decks to pass. So this is where, like, it's not intuitive, right? Normally you'd want to take up the shield as, like, a combat trick early to save your creature, but I actually think the Shepherd of the Clouds is a better aggressive deck card in that it buys back our Grizzlies and is also a 4/3 flying Vigilance that swings in. So you're going to load your aggressive decks a little bit more top heavy. Right now we could be red or black. We're not necessarily one or the other. We probably are going to be playing 3 colors. Trash the Town is amazing. This Temporal Orb is not cutting it. Lockpicker's great, but we're not playing blue. I think Trash the Town is a fantastic trick for this aggressive deck. Tumbleweed Rising is also okay since we just have so many, 4 power plus creatures. So Trash the Town, though, is better. Okay. Score 1 for Abzan. Badlands Revival is 2 things back from the grave after I trade them off. I don't like our black early game. I'm just going to point that out. Like, I still think our sure shots are better for an aggressive aggro deck, but 2 recursion spells is probably equal to haste. It's close. Ideally, I'd want all of them. Like, maybe we're going to go Jund. I'll say it again. Maybe we're going to go Jund. I think I'm going to take the land here. All of these are kind of eh. The Varmint's pretty good. Just for, like, destroying something. But it's not a good aggressive card necessarily. So I'm going to take the land. Yeah. I mean, so in general, like, I've been playing aggressive decks with at least 3 colors. Base green. This is not a playable card in this deck. Again, Humiliate, even if we are going Abzan, just isn't appropriate. I think we just need the Tumbleweed Rising as another big creature. Okay. Full Steam Ahead is good. Like, if I had Rise of the Varmints, I'd be taking Full Steam Ahead 100%. Or if I had, like, Former Posse, but I don't, so I'm going to take Skewer the Critics as just a removal spell in case we end up playing red instead of black. Or maybe we play Jund, cut the white. It's going to be really hard for me to cut the white with Miriam and double Grizzly and Beaver. Like, it's going to take a lot for me to cut the white. Rakish Crew's okay, but not good in our deck. I do not like this card. I don't even like it in an aggressive deck. I do not like the card. Ankle Biter is probably not going to make the final cut, but I'm just going to take it. But yeah, right now I don't see myself cutting the white. Tether plus Miriam is like GG. We could be red, we could be black. We're either going to be Naya or Abzan, probably. Tumbleweed Rising is a safe pick, but Brute is so good with our sure shots. It reduces the cost with mercenaries. I'm going to take it. It's Trampler. I mean, it's a great aggressive card. We do not need another muscle. I guess I'll just take the boombox in case I really need removal for some reason. Pylon's fine for fixing. Our fixing's pretty on point here. But yeah, I think people are struggling to see the aggro deck because they're not looking at 3 colors, because that's just not how people normally do it. And you can have a 2-color aggro deck in this set. You know, I think you could play green X and get a really good aggro deck. This is not a good open either. Pest Infestation, on the other hand, is very good. If I had taken the group pump with Trample, we'd be slamming this Pest Infestation. But there's also a throw from the saddle here. And I'm just going to say this really loud and clear. In our current deck, Throw from the Saddle is a better aggro card than Pest Infestation, even though Pest Infestation is a much better card, period. So I'm going to take Throw from the Saddle over Pest Infestation, and you all are going to be okay with that. Because it's a necessary card for this deck. It's not optional. You ideally want like 2 or 3 Throw from the Saddles. You need it if you're playing an aggressive deck. Armadillo over Throw from the Saddle. It hurts. I want that Throw from the Saddle, but the Armadillo is actually really important too, especially for the fixing, and it's also top end. We have Graveyard Recursion already for it. So it's just an even better card, right? Because it's going to fix us for our aggro deck. It's going to come in as a 7/7. It's amazing. Annie joins up is okay. It's removal, but I think the Stubborn Burrow Fiend is better. Especially since we have Miriam and we have Graveyard Recursion. Like, the Burrow Fiend is a slam dunk. I want that second Burrow Fiend, but I need the Throw from the Saddle. I already told you we have to have 2 or 3 of them in this deck for it to work. I'm gonna take the Throw from the Saddle. And this has become really awkward because I actually think our red is better for an aggressive deck and us going Naya. But Abzan, Graveyard Recursion just went up through the roof with Burrow Fiend and the possibility that we could wheel another one. Tumbleweeds. It's something big. It's fixing. And right now we're definitely at least 3 colors, so I'm going to take the fixing. It's a late play though. We do not have enough playables in just green-white. We are going to have to probably play another color. I don't want to play as Vigilante either. As we get past another one. Snakeskin Veil is really, really good. I want at least 1 copy in my aggro deck, so I'm going to take it over the creature. These are so good. I think we'll probably splash for these. Like, ideally I want to be playing those cards. And our deck look like this. Although I guess we could entertain a few more black cards too. Like, Fake Your Own Death is really good here too. It's fixing and it gets the creature back for the aggressive deck. The only problem with black is we don't have any good creatures to add to the board early, and it's kind of weighing it down. We could get Treasure, but another Grizzly's just too good. Legit, we might be a 4-color aggro deck. And I don't think that's wrong in this format. That's the other thing. Like, I don't think that's wrong. Kellen's join up is not okay here. We don't have nearly enough legendary creatures, and it doesn't matter. I'm not splashing blue for it. The ranch is okay in our deck, but I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. The colorless part of it, so I'm going to take the Bandit's Hull for fixing, just in case we go 4-color. Skullduggery's amazing. Again, black early plays are a little awkward, but I'm going to take it. It's that good. Varmint Wield. Yep. Quick Draw's an okay trick. It just is. It's fine. None of this is going to make the deck. Okay. Another muscle. I do not want to play this Vigilante. So, we ended up with a green base. Like, we're a 1-color aggro deck, and we're green. And we're going to be splashing the best aggro cards to go with it. Right? So if I just cut away all of the stuff that's not perfect. This is a later play. Yeah, I mean, like, we have some good black tricks early, but I don't think I want to be running 4 swamps. I mean, the only reason why I want black in this deck to begin with is to be able to recur, like, my creatures after I trade them off. Ankle Biter's too weak. I want more power swinging in than just Death Touch. Screw the Critics is probably not necessary, or Quick Draw. So we just have, like, 3 late red plays that we're entertaining. It says I want 5 swamps now. That's so not right. We have to cut black down. The tricks are good, but I just, you know, I want to make every color that's not green a late play. And I actually want white to be my second dominant color because I want Miriam to come down early and Tether. Which means the other colors do need to be a lighter splash. This might be worth. Probably not, though. I'd rather add a creature to the board, right? Especially if we're doing black to get it back. I'd rather just swing in and trade off. Let's get rid of the muscles. Ideally, this is what I want to run. Like, if color wasn't a thing, this is what I'd want to run. Exactly like this. Maybe cutting Hall and Boombox. I mean, we only have 3 mercenaries for this brute. Maybe the Hellspur brute isn't good enough. Still 5 mana, 5/4 trampler, though. Boombox is probably not worth it. Yeah, like that. That would be even later. This could be put in the grave for fixing given the black. Yeah, this Boombox is probably too slow. And the Bandit's Hall is also probably too slow. Like, I don't want to be putting 3 mana into a mana rock. And we're not committing crimes, so I'm going to cut it even though we need the fixing. But I don't know. Our black tricks are so good. Like, maybe red's the cut, even though the sure shots are just so good. Yeah, maybe. No, I don't want the Raven. Just really want these combat tricks. I mean, are the muscles good enough to get rid of the sure shots? just go Abzan. No, that can't be right. That absolutely can't be right. We need the trample from the sure shot, so we cannot cut red at all. Like, okay, I looked at it without them. We're definitely not cutting red. Boombox is going. I think we have to cut the black combat tricks just so that we can splash all the different colors we want to. I'm playing 4-color aggro. This is what I'm talking about, where this set aggro is definitely not intuitive. It's much better for you to have graveyard recursion than just a combat trick, since the combat tricks are so few. I do not want to invest 4 swamps, which means skullduggery, even though it's such a good trick. I'm going to cut it. And I'm going to put my swamps down. Like, maybe I want to go to 2 swamps. We need to get the forests up and the plains up. Which means swamps would go down. 5 red sources is probably plenty. Four black sources is probably plenty. I think I want 6 white sources. Yeah, I want 6 white sources. Or we could go up on red and put in Skewer the Critics. Makes our tether more awkward, though. Tether's better than Skewer. Yeah, let's go down on a mountain and up on a plains, just for Miriam and Tether. That would put us at 6 plains, 5 mountains, 8 forests. Okay. You will see. 4-color aggro is a thing in this format, and you will see. Our hand's great. We have all of our colors we need, which is kind of ridiculous. Thank you, Arena, for being so kind. We are on the draw, though, and I will say that the aggro decks do not like being on the draw. It's still usually okay, but much prefer to be on the play. Like, they're in aggro on the play here. Yeah, I can't block. We're going to play out Miriam next turn, even though it's less mana efficient. And we're going to crew the Burrow Fiend and hopefully hit 2 creatures. Like, I want this Burrow Fiend to solo them, basically. And remember, we like self-mill. We have 2 graveyard recursion spells in this deck, so... I think trample and haste is very important for an aggro deck in this format. Yes, that's 2 creatures, by the way. What a hit. In this format, like, your aggro builds want a lot of graveyard recursion, and they want a lot of haste and trample. And so the more of that you can give, the better. And there is trample. Jeez. Jeez. Trampling Burrow Fiend. Okay. I mean, I would like to get my Grizzly online as well, but I think this is too good. Let's crew. Here's throw from the saddle. But, I mean, who wants to block this? Nobody. There are stuck on lands up there, but... Oh, there's their land. Tether is going to be too late. And this is why haste is so important, right? This is why I said, no, we can't cut the sure shot. Even if it means that we're playing a 4th color. We just can't afford to cut these. Do I want a double spell here? I think I do. I'm actually going to do this and give my entire army trample. So I can swing in with everything trampling. Means Miriam dies, but I don't care about that at all. This is going to get haste. Let's crew here. It's not quite lethal, but it's close. Good luck. Paladin next turn should be lethal. Unless they have, like, the world's best turn here. Don't think that does it. There's nice too. But we just have lethal with Paladin, right? Doesn't get trample itself, just to the Paladin, right? Paladin already has trample. It's okay. It hits over for 2 anyway. Oh, I was just about to press attack. Alright. So, as you can see, 4-color aggro is a thing. I highly recommend it. And I'm well aware that normally aggro decks are 2 colors and you have a bunch of 1-drops, but that's not how it works in this set. We have none of our chonk. We need to draw chonk, but we have ramp. So I'm going to play bandit and hopefully we draw one of our infinite 4-drops. The lizard. Tumblewag, okay. Looks like they are on the Naya aggressive mount build. That was not a creature. Oh boy. We did not draw our chonk. I guess I'm just going to plot this. And hope next turn we can have a big turn. But we're going to take some damage here. We have all our colors though. That's the good news. Yep. We were on the draw again here, weren't we? Huh. I'd like to win a coin flip with this deck, please. Okay. Well, that's gonna have to be good enough. It's not exactly as large as I would like, but I think it's necessary. And we'll just make a 4/4, and we'll have Snakeskin's Veil held open. Okay. Jolene. Yep, they're definitely doing the aggressive Naya thing. But I actually think we have the winning edge here. Because we have Badlands Revival. Like, they are going to make trade-offs here. Well, actually, I'm going to use Snakeskin Veil and win this combat. But they're going to make trade-offs here. And they'll lose their creature permanently. And we'll get ours back. And then we should pull ahead because of that. And given the board, I should probably just make a really big creature with Tumbleweeds over running out Miriam. Yeah. A little awkward. But I think this is right. Does it matter what order I select these? I don't know. I want the land to come onto the battlefield first and then it make the creature, but I don't know if it automatically does that first or if I had to select it in a certain order. I guess we'll see. I suppose pinging for 1 is fine. Okay, it did it correctly. I'm an aggressive deck. I'm gonna swing with my Grizzly, I think. And I'm even gonna crew it so that it gets trample. Yeah. I mean, I would have blocked it. A 5/5 and a 6/6 getting trample is terrifying. They must have something in their hand. Because otherwise next turn, they're going to take a lot of damage. Jolene with Bandit's Haul is a little bit spicy. Being able to draw cards for pinging for 1. Okay. There are a handful of tricks that blow me out here. There aren't too many that take both creatures, though. But they could have a double spell. I'm going to go for the double block, and hopefully they only take 1 of these creatures. If they take both, hopefully at least we get the Tumblewag off the board. Obviously, I don't love double blocking, but I'm not letting 8 damage through, especially if they have potentially 2 mana pump. That's fine. We lose both our creatures. Why are they doing that? That was super weird, right? They should have targeted my bandit. Or my face. Either way. Okay, they're gonna do it now. That's fine, I guess. Still don't have anything I really want to get back from my grave. Hopefully we draw a good chunky creature here. I guess I'll scare them and float a mana. It's going to disappear as soon as I draw my card anyway. I have nothing at instant speed. That is not chunky. Okay. I'm going to run Miriam out this turn and save the revival and hopefully trade off Miriam with their Jolene. And then we'll just have to bring back 2 mediocre creatures. But like I said, like this is why black is so good in the aggro decks. Is like you are expecting to make trade-offs, and they've been making trade-offs too. But the difference is I'm about to get 2 more creatures back, and they don't have that luxury. So when they trade off, it's final. When I trade off, it's not final. And that's a really big deal. So I think, you know, red for the trample and haste and black for the recursion are really important in this build. Maybe we can self-mill a good creature. It's probably worth keeping. But yeah, I was hoping for like something better in my grave. But sometimes you just gotta take what you have. 2 creatures is fine here. And again, you know, if they kill something, we have a way to get back with the surprise. And hopefully we'll just start pulling ahead with value here. No reason to give trample. Nice. Okay. It's a creature I will be trading off with. Man, can I, like, draw something besides a land? Can I draw another creature? Just, like, 1 more creature would be nice. We'll trade. And then we'll get it back with the surprise. Perfect. This Grizzly's gonna go all the way. Soloed by a Grizzly. Oh, that's a good card. Okay. Can they attack with it, though? Let's see, block, block. Take 5? No, they would die on the back crack. No, they can't attack with it. Right? Block. Yes. I think that's a game-winning draw. They have to block with Calamity or else they're dead with this card. I guess that's not true. They have an out here. Okay. They should have just blocked with the lizard. I would have been 1 off lethal. But then I would have dropped another creature and, I don't know, maybe save the day. Sometimes the bluffs work. Okay. Let's give trample. Draw cards. 1 counters. Counters go here. Trample goes here. Draw cards goes here. That's not how I want to tap. Know your deck. We don't have any black spells we can draw into. I don't need the colorless. Let's tap like this, and that way we can play whatever we draw. Calamity Down's huge, though. That might just be game. Perfect. Okay. Let's play out a 4/4. Yep. So they were doing green-red aggro. And I think it's fine. It just, like I said, it's missing components that the other colors give you. And so it's harder. I think it's harder to win with it. Okay, we are on the play. Against black. Black-red is kind of a nightmare if you're playing Grizzlies. But, yeah. If they remove it with Desert Stew or the 2-mana red spell, so be it. No removal. Anything but removal here. Nice. Okay. That's great. That's pretty good, too. I'm going to throw from saddle. I can get rid of the Blood Hustler. I can't afford for that to stay on the board for even, like, 1 more turn. It's such an OP card. Swing in for 5. Varmints are so good against artifacts. They can drop a 5-drop here, though. Hell to pay. Okay. Nice rare. Okay. I suppose they have a treasure now. Like, I can't afford them to play a 6-mana spell, though. So I'm going to attack with my Varmint. I'm going to kill their Gardener. I can beat a 5-mana spell. I can't beat a 6-mana spell in the set. Not with my current hand, not with my current mana. So I just think it's safest to get rid of the Gardener. And hope they don't drop anything too spicy, because we are stumbling on lands a little bit here. Not too badly, but a 5th land would be great. Disgusting. I did the best I could. Thunder Salvo. They did have the Thunder Salvo. Okay. Well, let's get back something. I guess the Grizzly's the best. Oh, Bruce Tarl's gonna solo us. I did the best I could to keep them from their splash, though. 2nd Hell to Pay. That's a rare card. Okay, okay. Okay, OP. Yep. We can get rid of Bruce. This stabilizes as long as they don't have a follow-up. We are currently stable. Looks like they have another removal. Jeez, another splash. They have shoot the sheriff as well. Okay. I mean, everything was off treasure. Good job, OP. Just imagine if they didn't draw those hell to pays. I think we'd be sitting really nice, and they would be sitting with dead cards in their hand. 2 dead cards in their hand. It's very fortunate that they got all of their treasure creation. I can't afford to block this. If I do, and then they Thunder Salvo, I'm sure they're running another one, then I can't Tumbleweed Rising, and then I have nothing. This is very awkward. Yeah, we're dead. Okay. Is there any way I don't die here? I guess if we do this, get back this Shepherd that gets back something else, but no. Yeah, we're just dead next turn, right? They activate the Hustler. I can block, but 3 damage gets through no matter what. Right? Yeah, we're just dead. Maybe they won't see it. They saw the play. Maybe they don't see it. They're counting. Yep, they see it. Okay, good game. Yeah, if they didn't have double health pay, I think that was an easy game. But what are you going to do? 2 removal spells that allow them to do their 2 splashes as well on top of it that are rares. Can't beat that. GG. This hand looks okay. Like I said, aggro decks in this format start on 3 and 4. We're just going to go chonk, chonk, chonk. And in fact, because we have Badlands Revival, I'm definitely doing this. And even if I didn't have Badlands Revival, I'd still Armadillo here to get the Swamp and also just to ensure that I can play all of my other 4-drops, since that's how I plan on winning. I mean, it's a play. It's not a very good play, since we already have the 4th land, but that's alright. Like seeing that. Okay. Let's get Sure Shot number 1 online. And the second one can give the other one trample, and then they'd both have trample, which is kind of cool. The more sure shots you have, the better. I imagine playing 3 or 4 of them in the same deck would be outstanding. Okay, that's fine. They're about to take infinite damage here. Yeah, I think it's technically 1 more point of damage for the brute, but this just gives double trample. Makes it so that they don't want to block. Let's go. I mean, I guess that's a good play. I think Paladin's good enough here. I'm going to swing out too. If they want to kill both my sure shots, fine. I'll get one of them back to the battlefield literally next turn. I can't believe they didn't block both the sure shots. That's okay though. I think this is still good for us. You know what our deck was missing? Savage Smasher too. But other than that, it's pretty good. Throw from Saddle is fine as a substitute. They have a Brute of their own. Okay. Whoa. That's a little aggressive. I think I want to trade off my Brute instead of my Beaver. And instead of Revival. Yeah. They won't kill the Brute. They're going to kill the sure shot though. They take 3. Oh, that seems okay. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to offer the trade. There is some merit to not offering the trade with the sure shot, but, I mean, it's miserable if they don't block. Exactly. Okay. Oh, I don't think they had time to do that. I understand what they're going for here with the card value, but I actually think they should have just played out the 3/3. I mean, given what I've already played this game, I do not think they had the luxury to only play out 1 creature there when they could have played out 2. Yeah, I mean, because now, like, everything's dead. This is not a good spot for them. Flint? Oh no. Okay. Alright, so maybe that's why they did that. As they wanted a double spell for Flint. Well, that doesn't make sense, does it? Well, maybe. No, they would have had to hit these cards off of the draws. Those are insane draws. Those are insane draws. Okay. I'm over it. They're milling me for 5 each turn. I have to attack. I guess armadillo to the board. Sure shot to hand is fine. They're gonna get 5 of my cards next turn. It's outrageous. I actually think I want to sack my varmint and kill their gardener just so they can't have as much mana to spend to cast my spells. Also, I'm just dead to mill in like 4 turns here. Need to force them to block with Jasper. But my beaver can't really attack in, so... 5. Jeez. 5 cards. It's outrageous. Okay. Let's get rid of some of their mana, at least. No whammies. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Get Lazov or some of their bombs back with my Pegasus. Well, I guess they don't have blue mana at the moment. That's awkward for them. They don't have enough mana to do everything they probably want to. Smart of us to blow up their Scarecrow. Because now they can't double cast from my spells. Unless, of course, they drop a land here. I think we'll still be okay giving trample to the 7/7. Okay. All right. That's a decent draw, but I need haste and trample to go with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do double spell this turn, tumbleweeds next turn. It's going to be a tight game. Yeah, I think absolutely Beaver needs to crew here. Let's go. They probably have a good block or two somewhere in here. I don't have the luxury of caring about that. I just need to reduce their mercenary count so that they get fewer cards and they mill me less quickly. I need to kill these mercenaries, right? It's more important to kill the mercenaries than the infiltrator because of the card advantage. Jasper Flint just cares about mercenaries, right? So, I'm going to kill the mercenaries. It's a mercenary too. Forgot about that. That spells they cast from my pile become mercenaries as well. That's awful. Yeah. Wait, 2? Why did they get 2? Does Jasper only... Jasper cares about outlaws, not just mercenaries. Oh. Crap. I should have killed, obviously, the infiltrator. Whoopsie. So they should have a 1/1 and Jasper now. For some reason, I just thought it mattered about mercenaries, specifically mercenaries, not outlaws. But yeah, no, laughing. Jasper Flint is pretty broken. I think we still win next turn, though. Yeah, especially if that's all they're doing. They have to kill my sure shot if they want to stay alive. And they can do it with throw from saddle. Should absolutely 100% kill my sure shot here. Yep. No, not Miriam. Yeah. Selecting Miriam. Oh my gosh. That was a huge break for us. I think that was a little bit of a misplay. We had a misplay as well, so it balances out. Land's not bad here. Just means we have a larger trampler. Guess it doesn't matter. All of it. If they want to eat my sure shot, it means they're not eating my 8/8. And it means they're taking very close to lethal. If they want to kill my 8/8, it means my 4/4's not dead. They do need to block. They don't need to block with Jasper. Okay, but they are. They could have stayed alive without blocking with Jasper. They could have chumped the 4/4 sure shot. But I am very happy to get Jasper off the board. Let's go. Yeah, we would have had lethal if I had killed the creature on the previous turn. Whoops. Because they wouldn't have 3 toughness from the infiltrator to block. But, oh well. Well, that's pretty good. We win. Just get back our thing that gives trample to the 8/8. Yeah. Wow. Their deck was very cool. Yeah, good game. Good game. Laughing Jasper is no joke, and I can't believe we beat him down rather than remove him. What a game. I don't think I can keep this. I need green sources. They're my main color. It does not have it. This is better. I'm ditching a land. And you can't stop me. It is very possible we use Trash Town to attack in with our bandit. And our bandit draws 2 cards. Don't remove my bandit. If they remove our bandit, we're in a very bad spot. Just put it that way. No touch. Good. Okay. We can do both. We can throw from the saddle. It's a crime. Untap our bandit. Guess it doesn't matter what color we get. Perfect. I have to do this now while it's floating. And all of a sudden, we are out of the mulligan range. Good. Good. That was a lot of bending over backwards. Just to get a few cards, but sometimes you have to do that. Perfect draw. Wow. Okay. I guess that'll be good next turn. Let's go with the sure shot first. A little risky because as soon as I do this, they're going to know I'm missing red. And they could just kill my bandit so that I can't cast my brute. It's just very possible. In that case, we'll just surprise back our bandit probably, just to get the red source. Okay. It's good, but I don't know if we need to tether it. I think we can just put enough pressure by swinging in and playing out varmint as well. Tether next turn, maybe. I mean, this is a lot of damage. And they took it. Okay. Good luck. I don't know what our opponent's doing. I'm assuming they have some sort of punch spell here. But maybe they're rethinking it. It's got to be a punch spell. Should absolutely punch the sure shot. They plotted. What? I mean, it's lethal with tether. Okay, weird game. They must have thought they could do something different. I don't know. I don't know what was going on over there. There was obviously a lot of thought going into something. Feels bad that it didn't work for them. Again, no green source. But I'm going to keep. Because it's such a good hand. Immediately rewarded. Let's run out Miriam. This is going to be disgusting. Green blade's good. Yeah. So for you guys at home who have asked me, is Grizzly better than Beaver? Or vice versa? This is an example of why Grizzly's important to get, right? Because the sure shot is my 4-drop. I'm not going to play out the Beaver. Even though it has better synergies with Miriam. So, you know, this is why having the 3-drop grizzly is equally as important as having the beaver, even though the beaver is maybe slightly better. They're very similar. It's just having a better curve out tends to be good. I'm going to try and offer a trade here, by the way. Good. Okay. Hasty big things inbound. That's fine. I mean, this isn't bad. But I don't think I want a surprise yet. Let's just go ahead and do a beaver. And I'm going to have my beaver get mounted by the sure shot. They also have a giant beaver. But now my sure shot is larger than their beaver. So it was a good idea to crew there. I just feel like another 5/5 haste is probably best. And they have to take 10 if they don't want to chump. Yeah. This is good. I think I'm gonna surprise here just for mana efficiency. Yeah. Getting back a giant beaver. That's fine. Takes up their whole turn. No blocks. Ooh. Oh, that's quite good. Keeping their board clear seems good, but I think we can just put the same pressure on with our attacks. I don't know. If they keep their beaver, they could punch us with throw from the saddle. If I kill their beaver, they can't do that. But I think I'm just going to put outrageous amount of pressure here and say, if you don't block this, you're in lethal range next turn. We have lethal, right? Or am I crazy? Let's do this. Let's pump here. It's not quite lethal, but it does put them in a very bad spot. GG. They were doing Abzan aggro, it looked like. It's good. It's really good. Even turn 2 play. Let's do it. Just gotta start putting out grizzlies. They do have the colors that have deserts do. Oh, more colors. More Abzan. Ooh, Varmint's gone. And Thoughtseize. I like seeing that. Guess they're a self-mill deck. I'll just attack. See what they do here. Okay. This is good enough. Play out another Grizzly as well. Plotting the Brawler. Well, I imagine that's going to be too slow. The Brawler, but maybe, I don't know, they could explode next turn. I need to push as much damage as possible this turn. I can't play out my Brute, even if I Armadillo. So I think I need to do Burrow Fiend plus Armadillo at the end of their turn. 9, 10, 11. We're going to hit for 11. They're down to 5. We can give Trample. Seems okay. Let's hope the absolutely busted Brawler is just one turn too late. Because we're too aggressive with our deck. We'll see. Okay. What's the follow-up? What's the big question? Okay. That's not bad. We have the Varmint. Can blow that up. And a Bronco. Well, instead of cycling the Armadillo, I'm going to blow up this Sentinel. Not how I wanted to spend my turn, obviously. I wanted to get the mana, but... yeah, oof, punished. If I had gotten the mana, I'd be able to do Sure Shot this turn as well. Crap. For Grizzlies die, they can eat one, they take one. 2 more creatures in the grave. For Burrow Fiend gets trampled next turn. I don't think that's bad. Let's cycle this off. Yeah, ping for 1. Looks really good here, actually. And I'm okay if they eat and trade. Because then Burrow Fiend is at least a 6/6 with trample next turn. It's a very close margin, but I think it's good enough. They do have Brawler. They could drop something else big, but I think this is the out. Yep. Yep. Okay. Burrow Fiend and a Dream. Pass. Okay. Passing is terrifying, but I can't beat a trick. So we're just gonna do this. Still the plan. Did not like seeing land go there. No trick. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Brute next turn wins. That's fine. Why they didn't do that... I guess they must have just drawn it. Like, it doesn't make sense. They must have just drawn it. Yikes. Okay. Going for the trophy. Hopefully this Burrow Fiend can solo here. Hate to see Blood Hustler turn 2. It's like maybe my least favorite card to see against me. On turn 2 at least. It's right up there. Just miserable. I'll trade if they offer. They didn't offer. Okay. Well, I guess I'll sit tight. Yep, there's a combo. Okay. Let's surveil. I was hoping that would be a creature. It's okay. It makes our Burrow Fiend have a higher chance of a creature now, I guess. So let's see what we get. That was terrible. I don't even think our attack's good. I'm going to do it, but they want to commit a crime anyway, right? So if I stay back to block, they're still going to get unblockable. They're still going to draw the card. They're still going to commit the crime. The other thing's going to become a 3/3, and I don't really have a good block anyway. So better to just attack him for 2. If they want to trade, they can then trade. If they don't want to trade, they can bounce. But staying back to block wasn't going to work anyway. So it just made a lot of sense to go in regardless. Yep. Okay. This is pretty terrible. Grizzly's our best play, and I have to tap it to try and mill and try and race this. Okay, 2 hits is great. Promising. All right. Maybe. Maybe we have a chance. We can get back Miriam to the board. As long as they don't touch our board this turn, which is fairly unlikely, it could be okay. Yep. Still could be okay with Miriam plus Shepherd, but we're definitely getting in the zone where we're really far behind here. Or we do throw from the saddle. We can't do both. I have to go for this. If they have Skullduggery, we lose. If they don't, we win. This can't wait a turn. Looks like they have it. It's the one card they could have, yes. Oh, no. Well, that's game. Oh, this is why the Blood Hustler is so bad to play against. It's just, if you have any number of ways to trigger it between turn 2 and turn, 5 or whatever, it's almost unbeatable. It really is. It just takes over the game. And if you have any number of tricks to support like Skullduggery, it's never going to die. So, well played. Repulse definitely puts the nail in the coffin for us. There's absolutely no way we come back here. But I'll play it out and be a good sport. I had Jace as well. Nice. Another Blood Hustler. The deck's really good. All credit goes to them. We don't even have a good double spell here. I guess I'll just do this and get back Miriam and play it out. We gotta tap it differently than that, though. Still just dead to activation of Hustler. And swinging in with the Brigand. Okay. Well, one more shot at a trophy here. I think our aggro deck's very good. Let's just try and finish it out here. 4-color aggro. It's a weird set that's the thing, but I think it is the thing. Like I said, you can play 2-color. I mean, you could play just green-red, green-white, green-black. But I actually think the best way to go aggro is to mix at least 3 colors, sometimes 4 like we are here, to get the abilities that you want from each color, right? You want the trample and haste, you want the recursion, because there aren't a lot of combat tricks. Of course, you could just do combat tricks instead of the recursion as well if you get enough of those. But yeah, just different ways to make it, and it's not your traditional 1-drop, 2-drop, 3-drop, 4-drop, removal, 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 win. Is it just me, or do you feel like we are just way ahead here? Yeah, we're way ahead here. I guess I'm willing to trade off Miriam. There's no way they trumped the Grizzly. Yeah. That's why I didn't do the trample. There's just no way they trumped the Grizzly. There you go. Like, nobody in their right mind would chump a Grizzly in that situation. They would trade with the Miriam. That's all fine. Yeah. Now I will be giving trample. Absolutely. This is disgusting. Let's go here. Yeah, that's a good block. Still taking 6, though. I guess I don't want the reach creature. I guess it's fine. I was thinking maybe not reach so that Shepherd can attack in unblocked, but I can give it trample anyway next turn. So, it doesn't really matter. It's gonna have to be something amazing here. It is amazing. Okay, this is a game. I think I should just offer my Grizzly, although Shepherd getting back is not bad. But they eat the Shepherd and then they go down to 2. And I kill a Duelist. I don't think that's good enough. Let's just do this. Yeah. They're gonna probably trade. Wow. Okay. just a chump. Yeah, I think they're just dead to our other grizzly. Right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. GG. All right. So, 4-color aggro. Hopefully you enjoyed my take on it. It is a very different deck than a normal aggressive deck. It's just combining a lot of different things to be able to push through the damage and keep attacking. Not being able to be worried about what you're trading off is absolutely wonderful, and why you'd include black. Red giving haste and trample is why you include red, and then the mounts from white is why you would include white. So a little bit of the best of every world. We only gained a few rankings. Apparently you lose 1 million rankings when you don't play more than once a week, and then you only gain like half of what you lost back, even if you trophy. So I expect my mythic ranking to be in the gutter. I'm not going to play up to the top 100 or whatever. I don't care about that. So anyway, let's open some packs. Thanks for joining me. Hopefully you enjoyed this, and I will see you next week with another draft of this format. As I said in my pre-release guide, I think this format is a sandbox. There's just so many different things you can do. So I'm looking forward to showing off more builds. Join me then.